Lagos.
Thank you for standing by. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Well, 8:42 a.m., that is the time set now, and we are on to Mainland Focus. We have two major focal points that we're going to be looking at this morning, and then, of course, after the introduction, we'll open up the phone line for you to share your thoughts and contribution as regards the focus for the day. My name still remains Omobola Sandra. I have Fuad Sahid here with me in the studio. Good morning once again, Fuad.
Good morning, Sandra.
Yes, we're live on Facebook and YouTube, so please do well to join the program live on those platforms, and you can as well drop your comments in the live chat section. Many thanks to Oluwamuyiwa Olodude, who is a major contributor to our conversations. He also dropped a comment during Trends in the Papers saying that Jᴏɪᴜ Aᴊɪṕᴏᴜ, a Yoruba man, played for England till he retired. I think that's Jᴏ Fashion.
Jᴏ Fashion,
yes. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Let's move on now to the focus for the day. Just as I mentioned earlier, we have two major focal points. We're looking at Nigeria's debt profile, and then also we're looking at the fact that the Murtala Mohammed Airport and the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport are the most expensive airport in Africa. So let's take a look. Now, starting with Nigeria's debt profile. Nigeria debt jumps by 75%. As it is now, we are looking at a payment of about 87 trillion naira. That is what we are looking at as at now, and that is in 3 months actually. A lot of things have been, have contributed to this rise. We have the ways and means from the CBN to the federal government. We have some promissory notes as well, and even the state governments have contributed to this. So it's not just the money we are owing China, as a lot of people feel. There are a lot of domestic debts in there as well. So we're looking at it from the angle of how do we resolve our debt issues. Do you subscribe to the suggestions as made by the DMO? The DMO is saying that to reduce borrowing and budget deficit, the DMO is encouraging the government, or is stating that the government should encourage the private sector to fund some of the capital projects that are being financed from borrowing through the public-private partnership scheme. Say, for example, is Saheed Fuhad and Co. decides to please complete the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. That is a big project. That is a capital project that has been going on for almost 2 decades now, and we never seem to see the end of it. And a lot of miscreants are now taking advantage of the log that is on that particular road. So that is what the DMO is, part of what the DMO is suggesting, that the private sector should come in and fund the capital projects that are being financed from borrowing through public-private partnership schemes. There's a lot that goes into that: tax waivers, tax holidays, and all of that. And also, they are suggesting that the federal government can reduce borrowing through privatization and or sale of government assets. We talked about concessions some weeks ago. There are so many, government assets that if only the private sector can, help us out. There was also the conversation on the sale of, say, for example, National Theatre Igomu is one of the pride of Nigeria. When you watch a lot of Western movies, when they want to depict that, we are now in Lagos, we are now in Nigeria, the Ikoyi Bridge is one, and the National Theatre is another major one that they use. It used to be the Three Wise Men, but the movement of the Three Wise Men has been causing a lot of confusion. So, but then, do you think that maybe we can reduce borrowing through privatization and sale or sale of government assets, or concession of them and all of that. So do you agree or do you subscribe to these suggestions from the DMO? And do you also think that the forex crisis has worsened the debate issue? Yes, that is another, statement that, another statement that we got here. A professor of economics at the Olabisi Onabanjo University in Ogun State, Professor Sherifdeen Teller, cited that the floating of the naira is the major factor that has caused the significant increase in Nigeria's total debt. So, do you agree, or do you also think that the forex crisis has also worsened the debt issue? Fuad mentioned something like a lot of these external debts are, dollarized. We have to pay back in dollars. All right. So, I mean, if the dollar keep rising and naira is falling, of course, the money will go up automatically. So, do you also agree with that? And what about expenditure and corruption issues? How can we tackle that? There's a question I always ask for. Maybe it's not a revenue problem, because, I mean, if we're going to go into the Abuja Lagos Airport story, because if they are making all of that money and then, we can't see...
Air conditioners are not working.
We can't see it. You can't use the toilet in the airport. It's scary.
Corruption will not allow you.
You understand? So what about expenditure and corruption issues? How can we tackle that? What exactly is the way forward for our debt situation in the country, even as the federal government is currently on an overcharged revenue drive? Let me put it that way. Now, let's also look at the Abuja Lagos airports being the two most expensive facilities in Africa. All right, we're looking at it from the angle of, with all the sundry payments at our airports, do you think the services provided is good enough? This is a big conversation that is very, very important for us to discuss. From the moment you enter into the airport, you start paying till you fly off, like till you get into the aircraft. You are paying one thing or the other, and it's not just you. The airline itself is also paying a lot of things. So that is why we need to understand why, airfares keep increasing and all of that. So despite a lot of operational inefficiencies, the truth is the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos and the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, will continue to be called out because, it is actually two of the most expensive facilities in Africa. There's a lot of pressure on passengers. VAT, passenger service charge, charter sales charge, aircraft inspection fees, simulator inspection fees, landing charges, parking charges. You also have electricity charges, airport space rent surcharge. The airlines are also paying toll gate fee, VIP lounge, clearance fee, import charge, export charge, import royalty, export royalty, port charge, export charge, transshipment, concession fee, so many things. So the airlines are there's pressure on the airlines, there's pressure on passengers as well. So what exactly, with all of these sundry payments at our airports, do you think the services provided is good enough? Are we getting value for what we are paying for? Let me put it that way, because it's supposed to be the international airport is supposed to be some sort of I don't know, carry some sort of international feel.
Definitely. That's what it's supposed to be.
That's what it's supposed to be, right? But then what has been your own travel experience using either the Lagos or Abuja airport? All right, especially the international airport. Airport. What's your own travel experience? Share with us. And what major reforms will you suggest for the two major airports in the country? All right, let's have a conversation, as regards that. Those are the focal points for this morning. Fuad Sahid, share your thoughts. Then we open up the phone line.
Well, for the issue of our debt profile, again, I keep saying it. We can't do all the things that we want to do, make all of the monies in the world. If we don't address the issue of corruption, if we don't address the issue of wayward expenditure, if you allow me to use that word, making enough money as a country, I agree. We can diversify our economy. We can fix the problem in the oil sector, take advantage of what we have in the solid minerals area, the extractive industry. We can look at the blue ocean economy, a lot that we still need to, look into as far as that. It's a blessed nation, Sandra. Even in the area of agriculture, there's a lot that we can tap into to make a lot of money for the country. But again, corruption is one monster, on the sidelines that can swallow all of these monies and ensure that the people don't get the benefits of all of these monies if eventually it is made by the government. So I think that as we're looking at to our debt to GDP ratio, looking at debt to revenue ratio, we should also look at debt to corruption ratio in the country. The corruption index in the country is extremely high, and I don't see anything intentional by government to fix the problem of corruption in the country. That also ties into the cost of governance. We need to address the cost of governance. I think it's too expensive. We're running a very, very expensive kind of government, and to have a vicious cycle of failed elections every 4 years is not also helping matters, because what that does is that the worst of us get into power to rule the best of us. So we need to fix that too. So the issue of the airport, Sandra, there's a lot that we need to do. I keep saying it, the first impression that any foreigner gets of your country is your airport. Even before landing, there's always this area view. The aircraft is landing. It says a lot about the country, the view you get. A number of the few countries I've traveled to, you are marveled by what you see while you are landing. The first time you are going to a country, what you see excites you. Okay, I'm going to a well-structured country.
This is like an introduction to
you are here. Okay, you are well. That's what welcomes you. It makes you feel welcomed. And then you now land, and then voila starts. Yeah. This one is harassing you. That one is dragging you. Everybody is trying to tear you apart. You see it. They just want to exploit you. Everybody wants to take away from you. It's so disorganized. You get to the airports, the ACs are not working. I've seen a fan, Sandra, in this modern era. This big fan making noise in our airport. This 21st century, Sandra, the ACs are not working. The offices are not well kept. The ambience for me, if you visit standard airport, Sandra, you understand what I'm saying. The ambience in itself tells you a whole lot about our country. And if it is now being rated as one of the most expensive, these two airports are being rated as one of the most expensive in Africa, then you ask yourself, go to airports in Rwanda, Sandra. Go to the Cairo International Airport. Go to airports even in smaller countries of West Africa, and you understand why corruption is also another major problem. Where are all these monies going into? Are we having enough money voted to repair the airports and all of that? So it's a whole lot of work. Everything still goes back to corruption, Sandra. Like I said, 1 or 2 international travels I've made using the Murtala International Airport has been so exhausting. Before you catch your flight, they've drained you completely. One of my guys told me one day that, look, even before he entered the aircraft, he was already feeling sick. Malaria don't catch him because of the stress in our airports.
Thank you very much, Said. Let's open up the phone line now for our dear listener to share their thoughts as regards the conversation we're having here in the studio. 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. 0913 6000 410. That's the number to call to share your thoughts as regards what we are discussing this morning. You can also send text messages and WhatsApp messages to 0913 6000 430. 0913 6000 430. That's for text message and WhatsApp message. And 98.3 FM. Okay? Just drop your comments in live chat section. We'll take them live on air. All right, you have just 2 minutes. Please share your thoughts, and let's stick within the time frame. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Abdul. I'm calling from Air Force Base.
All right, Abdul, from Air Force
I actually want to complain about the revenue, the airport, the taxes they are charging. Every time the toll gate, the road from the toll gate to Legend Hotel is so bad. Hello?
I'm with you. We're
with you, Abdul.
The road is bad.
Bad news for that has not been seen at all. So if you know what I'm talking about, from about training school down to the second the gate into the car park, not level car park.
How much was it before, Abdul?
To access the airport.
To be an airport shuttle.
85,000 every year.
85.
Imagine.
Wow. Is that all you pay?
Yes, we paint our car to color blue. We pay to the union of the transport owner to go and hire. I'm telling you, nothing has been done. So we are not receiving the value for the money that we have been paid. About
Thank you very much. God bless you for.
Toll gate you pay 300. I'm sure.
Though if you can still send a message, I'm fine.
It's fine. Yes,
it's all right.
No, again, what you have said about the VIPs using the Legend Hotel and they go in there. Because the VIPs would have to be some of our government officials.
Good morning, no.
Good morning, sir.
This caller is talking. That last caller, rather. What I want to say this morning is so now is put government on its foot and to put government on track. Apart from the Supreme Court now, nobody can remove the president. Does it really matter? Well, let us leave all of this to the university having if and then it is bad.
All right.
A dollar now is almost 1,000 naira. It's supposed to be 1 naira, $1, and they will tell you that is how it is in every.
Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. Yes, what? 10. That is the number to call. Hello, good.
I'm Isaac. I'm coming from Ojota.
Okay.
Because put everything to loss. But when they complaining this and that and this and that, I think that if you send person to go and do something to you and the person is not doing that, you're supposed to tell the person or even provoke and stand up and say we cannot do this. For all the time we just keep silent. Those people are studying the masses in this country. Go outside country. See if government do just only a little mistake. See what masses can do. See the government will reverse everything back. But in this country we cannot act. We can only talk. The year and the day that we can rise up and say enough is enough in this country. Maybe God will hear our prayers, because even in the Bible, all the people that lose, all the people that save their people, they are warriors. So we should keep silent. I think we should rise up ourselves and solve the problem of this country than to everyday quarrel on radio and saying all those things. That is my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Isaac. I appreciate. Well, 0913 6000 410. Hello. Good morning. Oh, we lost that one. Okay. Don't forget that you can drop WhatsApp messages and text messages as well on 0913 6000 430. Hello. Good morning.
Morning to you, Sandra, and for the engineer from Yapa.
Good morning, sir.
God bless you, my dear. Well, we have to continue to complain because, and also the fourth essence of the realm also will continue to help us. Thank God that we are not hearing of hate speech and all that again. And that is why we are having democracy. Democracy is the roadmap and the template is set up for us for a good economy that will satisfy all the people. Like Pro just said, this so-called palliative is calm. To be very candid with you. Even in your local government where your station is, you have to pay 1,000 to get the palliative. In aggregate, you have to pay 1,000. The same thing in Badagry and some other places. And some other governors have not even touched the palliative. Some are scratching it on the face. In Ogun State, is not. We continue to voice out, irrespective of whatever anybody says. People should not say, go and be patient, be patient. When you are patient and laws that introducing, we need not to continue to import where.
All right,
it's
thank
a
you.
chaos on Nigeria if we continue like that.
Yeah.
And our power is nowhere now in Nigeria. And when it has happened since yesterday morning, when 1 o'clock morning
Thank you,
yesterday,
Engineer
and they have not done anything about it. Is it a working government or working country?
Thank you.
So those are the things that we have.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Ni. We appreciate. Let's not forget that we all have 2 minutes, to share our contribution, so we can have as many contributions as possible. That's 1, 2. We're not under Agege, Ori Agege local government. That's very important. Yes, we're under Ḥoṣòfẹ̀ local government, and according to our own report, there is no report of such having to pay 1,000 in Ḥoṣòfẹ̀. That's what I'm speaking. Ḥoṣòfẹ̀ local government, that you have to pay 1,000 naira before you can receive any palliative. All right. So just a quick disclaimer on that one. So thank you very much, though. We appreciate that report. I'm sure Nuruddin will have something to say about that. Because, yes, that's his Agege. that's his jurisdiction. All right. We have some messages on Facebook. We'll be back to the phone lines in a bit. We have here Oluwamuyiwa Olodude is saying, good morning. Our problem so the federal government should be truthful and do the needful. How shall a nation private partnership on projects? The only way out is to reduce. Good morning. Thank you very much. We also have Basil Chika. Borrowing is not a bad thing, but what you invest it in is what matters. Over the years, Nigeria, instead of them investing it in things that can better, it's a shame. And that's Chika Bende from Trade Fair, Lagos. I also have good morning, guys. I ask, why is it that Nigeria is always superlatively rated in negatives? God have mercy. Chris Oloja, thank you very much. Container truck gridlock. Grid might not work. There are people making huge amount of money from these disastrous bad conditions. I went to Kenya for a trip, and when I was coming back to Nigeria, I was told that once we reach Nigeria, I will smell a foul odor signifying welcome to Nigeria.
That's sad.
I didn't believe that statement was true. In small Kenya there, Kenya carrying me, I don't understand.
Of course it was.
They're comparing.
Of course no.
It's all right.
Was Kenya
Just put your passport on a device and you are done. No need for immigration stressing your life. Well, Sean from Festac sharing his own traveling experience.
Sandra, in some countries, you check in less than 5 minutes. Everything is digitalized. Just drop your passport. They take your thumbprint and in less than 5 minutes. But in Nigeria, to check in.
No, there are like 6 different places.
Your eyes go see shaky.
Good morning, Mainland FM. This is Gege Joshua from Ebute Meta. On the issue of revenue, if we can only be sincere with ourselves, most of the solutions can be considered now will surely be not be immediate. We need long-term plans and build the right structure to keep maintaining the plan. I sincerely think President Tinubu has his eyes on revenue generation, and that's the reason the government wants to remove their hand from sectors where the government keep pumping money unnecessarily.
After making the money, what happens? That's the big question.
That's the big question. So where do we go from the money? Hello, good morning.
Sandra, morning to you.
Good morning,
Prince
Wise.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
God bless all of you.
Amen.
You see, after making the money, you have to utilize the money. And that's how it's supposed to be. Where the former government, we did past government, borrowing money, yes. When you say you borrow for second Niger breast, I always say yes. If I don't say, I always say yes. Borrow for sharing, I always say no. Anybody that keep our commonwealth, it will be proved, it will be tried. No, if I feel it's me hold big head now. As some people are saying, hey, leave it, my money, your money. All those central banks are for even though the present acting central bank governor is informed. All of them will pick up as if we try. But who will bear the card? That's the problem. Even though when you say somebody to try, the one who want to try somebody, hey, acting there. So Nigeria, that's what I say we need a change. Look at that minister I talked about last week. That he say passport must be given to people. A week, 50,000. That's type of minister we want. That's any civil servant that is paid to move to be dropped somewhere, to be sacked. We want to renew Nigeria. We want to rebuild this country. But some people now to criticize very easy. Guys, it's a job to do, but to do all Nigeria. Well educated fellow, any position you find yourself, do it to save this country. That's my advice for every one of us this morning. Good morning to you, Father.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Prince Wise. I appreciate 0913 6000 430. That's the number to call. And you have just 2 minutes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Alhaji Super.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, morning, Father.
Good morning, sir.
Good Friday.
Thank you, sir.
All right. First of all, I will say our president ignore the lamentation, the cry of Nigeria. We continuously say, Nigeria, we say we don't want palliative. And our president keep it, turn his ear against it. And that is the result that is happening. Mr. Fawab, you see, I want Nigeria to note, is this the way we are going to be running this country? Somebody keep us into debt. I heard it from one station this morning. Somebody keep us into at least 70-something% of debt. You see, we are now using our resources to finance debt. Nothing is coming. For good 8 years, you borrow us, you put 200-something million people into suffering, and nobody questions the person. President Muhammadu Buhari, for 80 years, you borrow money, without any viable utilization. You understand? And it goes away like that. My fear is that another person will come and do the same thing, and with the same thing we are going to be, and we will continue to suffer. You understand? So you see, nothing is working, and we are still suffering. Then, and at the same time, our president, the Tinubu road is development. Everything is there. You talk of the airport now, everything. It is also only that. Look at our, our barrel per day. We are not meeting the
0. We're live on platforms. Okay, we have some WhatsApp messages here, so let's. Oh, apologies. So let's quickly take the WhatsApp messages we have. We have good morning to you, Mr. Fuhad and Sandra. My name is Pastor Sunday from Magboro. Permit me to say that corruption in aviation industry is the worst in the history of Nigeria. All past ministers in aviation are richer than the country because of corruption. How did you know that?
But a lot of them have corruption issues.
You said they are richer than the country.
From Fani Kayode to the other woman, every time we have a problem with our ministers of aviation.
Kema?
Yeah, Kema Chikwe has our own issues. Fani Kayode had our own issues. Adisirika,
let's not talk about Adisirika. All revenues generated by the industry are collected first by the minister before remittances are made to the federal government. Please go and verify from revenue collectors. Every minister of aviation who wants to eat money always comes with airport rebranding. And since they have been rebranding our airport, it's still not like Dubai Airport, which I have been opportune to see physically. God will help us at his own time. Well, now that they've opened Dubai for Nigerians again, a lot of people have the opportunity to go and see what it looks like. It says, see Dubai and fly. Greetings. Each time you make use of the toll gate, you will make payments. And the price is at the high side now, and it is causing traffic on the road.
Just a financial complaint about it now.
Since the price have changed. Thank you. Atolagbe Ridwan Ade from Isolo. We also have Sam from Magodo. Nigeria debt profile is linked to corruption. As long as corruption lives in Nigeria, the debt profile will continue to rise until we have good leaders that care about their citizens and use the loans collected to do things that are visible, that citizens will benefit from. Until then, the debt profile will continue to rise. Okay, well, 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. Good morning, Fuad.
Good morning, sir.
John from Moba. Okay. The issue of debt profile rising and is because of the fact that look at the palliative money. I understand it's a loan, Abi.
No, not. I don't think we even have the loan yet. That one is a different one. This is government giving this one.
That we are going to pay back, Abi.
No, you see, the loan we don't even have an information as to whether the loan is here or not. That's $800 million.
$800 million that they borrowed us. I understand one bank gave us 800 billion, but they didn't give us. They borrowed us.
Now you will pay back now. If we don't know whether it's even here in our account already, we don't have an information.
And just look at that. That everything is shrouded in mystery. No accountability, no probity, no transparency, and no repercussions for offenses committed. And that is now and. That is just exactly what the problem is in Nigeria. And you keep generating money, you keep imposing taxes on us, and when these monies are collected, there is no accountability, there is no transparency, there is no even probity. There is nobody is being disciplined. Look at the last aviation minister. Look at what he did to us, and he is away with it now. He has gone away with it, and nobody is questioning. Nobody is bringing him to book. Is he how to do Nigeria? And I expect the president to. I know he's a man of political sagacity, but what he's giving us, I wish in fact, I'm appalled. I'm not impressed at all. I'm not impressed. Except maybe good morning.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning. Is that Sandra?
Yes. Mainland 98.3 FM.
Yeah, please, I want to remain anonymous. Yeah. Please, Mr. Fawad, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, please, I like your, the way you analyze issues. I wish we have somebody like you in position of authority who can be a commander-in-chief. Because we need somebody that has a heart. Because, like in China, we had Chairman Mao. In Singapore, we have Ḥwà:ɪn. So in Africa, we don't have people who care for the people. We just they are self-centered. So I believe if we want to solve Nigerian problem, we have to start testing corruption. We have to do away with corruption as you just said. And secondly, the cost of governance. I can't afford to borrow 1 million to obtain a piece of paper, say a form to run for election. At the end of the day, I will go there and be looking at the videos. So the problem is those two key primary issues. So Mr. Fawad and Sandra, if we are doing a good job, God will continue to protect people and help Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Amen. Thank you very much. I appreciate. All right, let's keep moving now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yes.
Okay.
Fawad, good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yes, on this subject matter, I would like to talk on my experience traveling in and outside Nigeria at the airport. Believe you me, I am not saying this because I'm criticizing the government or because I'm always very vocal to allow things to be done rightly. But traveling out of Nigerian airports have been the most stressful for me in my journey of traveling around the world. When you travel to other places, you will meet a toll in other airports in the world. That is for sure. But immediately after the toll or before the toll, you will know that you are going into another country or you are traveling into another country through their airport, because you will see the money they are collecting is justifiable. The roads will be good, the rails, everything will be okay. The light, the drainage, the flowers, the waterfall, everything, you will be seeing it and you will just know that, man, something is happening. Nigeria is the same. You collect the money, the roads are not tight. When you park at a parking lot, that is when you start taxing in Nigeria. Nigeria is the only airport I have been to. I paid for trolley. I have never happened any other place. Even in Africa, you will be paying from there. You pay for trolley. People will ask you, they want to help you to push the trolley. What for? When you enter into the departure hall, it's from one tax to another. Even the people who want to stamp your passport will be demanding, look at you for something. The people who want to check you if you have any metal will be checking you as if they are entitled for you to give them something before you board it. When you come back to Nigeria, immediately you drop at the airport, you will start from the trolley again.
All right.
You have to pay to come in. It's only in Nigeria have landed. The customs, they will tell you to unzip your bag.
Thank
so,
you,
a lot of
and scatter your bag.
too much. God, Jesus. I don't know. Everything just so disorganized.
Thank you very much.
If you carry load, go. All they will show you.
I've been there. I've done that, but so help us God. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Joseph calling from Aja.
All right.
But I want to ask one thing, please, if Nigeria or you can tell me. Why is it that Tinubu is afraid to arrest the former aviation minister who collected Nigeria money, the taxpayer money, and went to Ethiopia to rent Ethiopia plane, all in the name of Nigeria Airways? Why is he afraid of him? Is it only a Mẹ́sẹ̀lẹ̀, the former CBN governor who is corrupt?
But
why is he
sorry,
afraid to arrest other politicians?
the new aviation minister has said they are going to probe the Nigeria Air contract, so maybe it's going to get to Addis Ababa.
There are a lot of politicians for the last 8 years during Buhari regime elect up to date. It's only a Mẹ́sẹ̀lẹ̀ Tinubu is able to arrest and punish the day.
Rashid Bawa is also in so.
Rashid Bawa case has been there since last year before Buhari left.
But it was officially suspended.
Okay.
So.
I understand now. Okay, I understand now. Rashid Bawa is here. What of others? It is only Mefele and Rashid. Why is he afraid of going to arrest others? Please, is it no? It is not to. It doesn't mean you must become the president of this country by force, by fire. If you know you cannot do anything, you should give other chance to do what is right.
All right.
This country is getting worse on daily basis. Now I had it on other stations that Nigeria's debt has jumped up to 80 something. 80.
It's part of our topics of discussion.
Naira.
It's part of our topic of discussion. Is there something you'd like to say, or
so what? Okay. I get you. You see, please, if Tinubu wants to be the president of this Nigeria, as it is now, he should look at the condition of Nigerians.
All right.
It is not a matter of.
Hello. All right. Please, let's not forget that, we have 2 minutes allotted to every caller or to each caller. So we would appreciate it if we can all stick within the 2 minutes that's allotted to our caller so we can get as many contributions as possible. I will take our final call for this morning and wrap things up with a few messages. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please turn off your radio set. Thank you.
Yes, I've done that.
All right.
I'm calling you from Ikeja here.
All right.
You see the corruption and the way they collected money from our aviation is too much, and Nigeria government need to do something to it. There's a situation where somebody were coming from UK and he never know the road, and some of the Agbero guys, they wanted to show him the road. Really think they use jams and keep the guy and collect all the money. In the time of Agbero is too much. All those boys, they don't have work. You just see them in our airport. Is that the way other airports internationally are? That's right. If somebody can talk to me, because me, I don't understand. If you go to airport, you will see those boys angry. I don't know what those guys is doing there. What are they doing in our international airport, in our local airport? And we are talking about corruption every day. Let us do this craft corruption so that all of us can live in Nigeria. It's our country. There's no way we can run to. Me, I can't jump to anywhere. This is my country. I don't have money to go to anywhere. Even though I have money, I can't travel to anywhere. This is country I'm going to invest, and I know I'm going to make it. When we are talking about corruption, we continue borrowing money. I don't know why this present government cannot prove this past administration. Because you find it difficult, and they are complaining that this Buhari government is destroying some of our economy, and nothing is going to be proved on it. And again, about this corruption, this Adebayo of Ogun, I was afraid that man should not go to jail, because they have ganged up against the man. They have ganged up against the man, and the man now, going anywhere. I'm seeing him. Okay. So on Sunday, I will like.
We're going to try. We're going to try our best to bring it.
On Sunday, please don't try on Sunday, so I will listen to it.
A few messages that we have on Facebook. I have here, she still has issues, even till now, Steve. All right, we also have Sunday Daniel the second. Good morning. We also have Oluwamuyiwa. Good morning, Mil. You can trace every bad thing happening here to corruption and ABUJA. Thank you. James Chukwubuikem. The unfortunate thing for Nigeria is that those are the helm of affairs of our country. And that's the message from Facebook. We also have some messages here on WhatsApp. We have good morning, Sandra. Nigeria debt profile packages and stop the abuse of power. Let the present government reintroduce war against indiscipline and corruption. Why? I remember why. The National Assembly should make laws that will better the lots of people. The judiciary should punish the culprits and lawbreakers without using technicalities to set the suspects free. Serious financial management is key. Noah from Igondo. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Fawab. What is the latest on Ethiopia flight? We don't know yet. But the Minister of Aviation said it has been suspended. Nigeria Air in general, in Yamu led aviation.
But the Buhari government borrowed recklessly. Reckless borrowing, really.
That's unfortunate. Well, that's all we can take for this morning. But thank you very much to everyone. Don't worry, by 4 p.m., ʀᴏɪɪ Aᴊɪṕ will be live in the studio in the Situation Room. Today is Friday, so it's open mic. So, so many things to discuss. Like we always say, the conversation continues right here at Mainland 98.3 FM, just to ensure that, you know, we set the agenda for a greater Nigeria. Thank you very much, Fuad Sahid.
Thank you, Sandra, for having me.
My name still remains Omobola Sandra. Coming up next is AgView Half Hour, and then after that,